This is an exact science at this point. Whoa! I mean, success. Kabla! Yes!
Whoops, Daisy. I don't know if it is me being weird for saying this, but it's almost as if the radiation is sentient.
Stand by. Is the engine ready? Captain, are you out of your mind? We are up to our ears in ice. Ahead, slow.
How did you not see the captain gas?
Drink!
The more it pours inside, the more it's just going to end up flailing around and being incomprehensible.
Okay, now. Go that way.
All hands stand by. Is the engine ready? Captain, are you out of your mind? We are up to our ears in ice. Ahead, slow.
Generate stamina. Now go. Now go. Door. This one really relies on you running quickly and opening doors quickly and not getting disoriented.
And I easily get disoriented, so this is not exactly a level made for me.
It's the binge drinking level! Indeed. Yeah.
At least hope it's itself.
Pillows are close. Yes, I can see that. Now go.
All hands stand by. Is the engine ready? Captain, are you out of your mind? We are up to our ears in ice. Ahead, slow. Engine room, ahead, standard.
And you got stuck. Whoops.
There goes the ball behind.
There. There.
There's stuck. Reality side.
So yeah, on one hand, great back to the compass to get up. On the other hand, ship falling apart. Right?
Around. Just being here. Heal again. Good.
Just
now, turn around. There. Down there and down there.
What's going on? Are the repairs done?
The captain might destroy the ship.
Do not forget my cargo. Captain, open the door. Captain, sir, open the door. What's wrong with you?
Ahead, flank.
Where's the radio message? Did you give that message to him?
Now get over it. Where's the bridge? Where's the goddamn bridge? Well,
Captain, sir, open the door. What's wrong with you?
Ahead, flank.
Where's the radio message? Did you give that message to him?
Yeah, when you shut the door, the bullets kind of went through it.
What's the matter? Isn't this what you wanted? Grab the wheel. The ship is yours.
It's not turning. The control lever is stuck. I can't move it. Help me! The telegraph is stuck. Engine room full astern.
We're doing 20 knots. It's not safe.
Come on, back! Emergency, or I'll have you court-martialed.
Full astern. Fire in the engine room.
That's how it started, huh?
Reactor shielding initiated.
Can't we stop it?
Do something!
Calm down. There's no need to rush anymore. It'll start soon.
How much longer?
Don't know. This is an automated process.
We need to get out of here.
And go where? What about the crew?
The crew will manage. Get the helicopter ready.
Without the captain's permission, I can't do that, sir.
I'll help you. We'll all do it together. I'll meet you up top in 10 minutes.
Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days.
Wait, he's saying something.
No, I can't hear anything.
The captain chose to be an idiot by fast trading. into an iceberg and then making it worse, and then the others choose to be assholes by abandoning the crew.
This ship is a labyrinth of bad choices, basically.
Yeah.
As we have been witness to through our march up here.
And the flames of a great yearning to save them and lead them out onto an easy path leaped up in his heart, and these mighty flames were reflected in his eyes. And seeing this, the people thought he was enraged. They thought that was why his eyes flashed so. And they instantly grew wary, like wolves, expecting him to throw himself against them. And they drew closer about him that they might seize him and kill him. He saw what they were thinking, but the flames in his heart only flared up higher, for their thoughts added the sorrow to the flames of his yearning.
Drink!
Yeah. In my opinion, the captain was an idiot for not being careful with the icebergs, and then he just made it worse when the second in command contacted the leadership, which by the way he was in his right to do in that case. What he was not in his right to do was abandon the crew.
Yeah.
Nope.
But the captain never did that.
Yeah.
So that's at least one thing you can say about him.
Yeah, both of them did right things and wrong things.
Yeah. Wow, the ship's not doing well.
Remember also thy Creator in the days of thy youth, before the evil days come, and the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. 2. Before the sun and the light and the moon and the stars are darkened, and the clouds return after the rain.
Ship's coming apart, it seems like. Focus on the action one.
Maybe heal a bit.
Oh, again, none of these here things are apparently strong enough to heal.
In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow down, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those who look out of the windows shall be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the street, when the sound of the grinding is low, and one shall rise to the song of a bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
It's symbolic, you know.
I think they're Bible quotations.
They are. They even, if you look at the subtitles, they really tell you which one it is. You missed a ladder. Well, staircase. Thank you.
Behind you, behind you, behind you.
Right, no, look down. Left.
Yea, they shall be afraid of that which is high, and terror shall be in the way. And the almond tree shall blossom, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail. Because man goeth to his everlasting home, and the mourners go about the streets.
Although I'm a Christian, I'm not an expert in the Bible, so I'm not aware which part of it it's from.
I think it says ecclesial, I can't remember. Don't think I ever read that part.
The silver cord is loosed, or the golden bowl is broken, or the pitcher is broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern. And the dust returneth to the earth as it was, and the spirit returneth unto God who gave it.
I'm also aware that X stood for ecclesial.
about me? Oh, did you forget about me? Oh, don't leave me! Don't leave! Oh.
The forest went on singing its mournful song, and the thunder crashed, and the rain poured down. "What else can I do to save these people?" cried out Danko above the thunder. And suddenly he ripped open his breast and tore out his heart and held it high above his head. It shone like the sun, even brighter than the sun, and the raging forest was subdued and lighted up by this torch, the torch of a great love for the people. And the darkness retreated before it and plunged, quivering, into a yawning bog in the depths of the forest. And in their astonishment, the people were as if turned to stone. The brave Danko cast his eye over the endless steppe, cast a joyful eye over this land of freedom, and gave a proud laugh, and then he fell down and died. And his followers were so full of joy and hope that they did not notice he had died, and that his brave heart was still flaming beside his dead body. But one timid creature noticed it, and fearing he knew not what, stamped on the flaming heart, and it sent up a shower of sparks and went out.
That was a bit creepy. I dare say as much.
So now's the moment. You now have a chance to change everything. If you're powerful enough to do it.
Shite, what the fuck? So, what are you then? Is that the cargo we were talking about?
There.
That guy looks like a Cenobite too.
Golden chains.
Don't focus on him. Him you can't kill.
Let's see, then what can I aim?
Yeah, I'll back
Yep. Go into the knife, the red one, and recharge. You will not recharge. Right. Can't fight him. Reaches? Yeah.
Try again.
Yeah, I will be continuing to do that.
You can't find him. Stop shooting. It's about to hit. Watch out.
And I got gunned down, I think.
Yeah. Go into those things and recharge and don't shoot at him.
Alright, well, not shoot at him. We'll focus on the guys around.
Yeah, go into those lights and recharge.
Red ones it is. Yep. His are blue, mine are red. It only does more damage than anything. Right.
There, kill it. It's an enemy.
I have to keep an eye on a lot of things here, and I'm not good at that. Might as well say it as it is.
It's okay.
Not really count on building fast powers against what looks like a freaking giant.
Fire! Fire!
But... oh hey, I actually hit them. Wait until the red light recharge.
Kill it.
We're trying to warp the fate of the entire ship.
This one.
I did that hit.
This one. There's 7. This one. Keep going.
You did it one time.
You need to be quick with this. And not get too close to the top because they'll just knock you with problems.
This one. Shoot. Got it. Go through the lights. This one. There's another one.
I have taken over.
Keep going, keep going. This one, shoot.
Finding more and more enemy. Keep going.
We're almost there.
Back there.
There's one.
You did it! energy!
You're getting angry with me, my lord.
Nope. Quite the opposite, actually. You bend so much energy now. You have now the opportunity to change the fate itself. Not just the fate of a single crew member, but you now hold the opportunity to change everything that went wrong.
I would like to take that opportunity.
Then walk into his hand.
Okay.
It'll seem like a bad thing to do, but trust me, it's actually.
Yes. Arguing. I know I look a little feeble, but
And I believe drink. Yes.
Yes.
Oh hey, that's a lid in the way. Fix that. Now, don't move when you appear, and I'll explain to you because the game doesn't, and it's actually quite interesting. Now, each of those 3 fingers leads to 3 different people. If you walk down 1 finger, that's the person you're dedicated to wait. Each of these 3 people, the engineer, the second in command, and the man responsible for the cargo, could have changed things for the better through certain acts. They didn't. But you now have the opportunity to change that. I know the middle one leads to the guy in the cargo. I can't remember which one the 2 of us lead to. But no matter what, you have the opportunity to change everything. I must admit I kind of prefer the one in the middle, but that's just personal.
Let's just go with that.
or I can make my own choice.
You can. I'm just saying what I prefer.
Okay. I will see if this one leads to the first mate.
Yeah, okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens.
Just stay on the finger and look, if you can. I can't remember which one the 2 other fingers leads to, so your choice.
Yeah, you're actually right. We should. Actually, right, Ron. We should probably make our own choice.
Exactly. So step forward and
Tame them,
Don't
and you
touch
shall control them. Deceive them, and you shall gain much. Otherwise, they will devour you.
yep, that's the first mate. You had the chance to change him at a pivotal point in the story, where he could actually have done something for the better. Don't touch the guy in the thing, it will just show you the scene as it was. Unless you want to, of course.
Hmm. So,
Walk forward. Right click. Try lifting the camera a bit. Maybe you have to see the scene first, I can't remember.
Sir,
Yes, that's scene.
I'm preparing a detailed report on the repairs. Would you say a week to get it all done?
Go to the lower decks and you can see for yourself. They will explain to you that the repair time depends very much on the abilities of our crew members.
As well as the abilities of the captain to perform his duties, like getting the ship to its destination while keeping the cargo and crew safe. So, why don't you get to it, sir? Because the recent chain of events, how do I say it, cast a shadow over your competence.
Now listen here. Let me explain something to you. I am in command of this vessel until either I or my ship ceases to exist.
This is not your ship, sir. You are a member of its large crew tasked with a certain role, and in regards to its future, that might be decided sooner than you think.
Are you threatening me?
Here's a message from HQ, for a start.
I suppose maybe I could change the text from the HQ.
Now that's the pivotal point where he could have done something different. Before I touch him, what could he have done differently to change the entire fate of the ship for the better?
Not deliver the message like he was asked to.
Right.
That would be one option.
Then enter him, his fate, and change things.
Talk to the captain, I think.
Sir, I'm preparing a detailed report on the repairs. Would you say a week to get it all done?
Go to the lower decks and you can see for yourself. They will explain to you that the repair time depends very much on the abilities of our crew members.
As well as the abilities of the captain to perform his duties, like getting the ship to its destination while keeping the cargo and crew safe. So, why don't you get to it, sir? Because the recent chain of events, how do I say it, cast a shadow over your competence.
Now listen here. Let me explain something to you. I am in command of this vessel, until either I or my ship ceases to exist.
This is not your ship, sir. You are a member of its large crew tasked with a certain role, and in regards to its future, that might be decided sooner than you think.
Are you threatening me?
Here's a message from HQ, for a start.
Well, apparently I just delivered it to a man.
Well, yeah, you just stood for it and let him do the thing he did before.
Try again.
Show some initiative. No, not that one. The guy himself.
I do not know if I was just supposed to...
You're supposed to change things.
Okay. Maybe I should do something before I meet the captain. Nothing here. At least not delivering the message now. That's the worst.
Hey, look who's finally decided to grace our presence. What an honor. Would you be so kind as to help us? We're unworthy, of course, but we're so lonely. There, take the thing. It's not scientific, you know, but at least it works.
Take the thing, Rana.
What thing?
What?
Look around.
I don't know what it is. There's nothing highlighted. There's
Then
nothing.
check.
There's only one thing over there, but that's basically all I can see.
Look at the table.
There's things not highlighted because apparently I can really work with it when it's highlighted.
There you go. So instead of delivering the captain the message that caused him to lose hope and make that rather destructive decision, he actually went and did something fucking useful and helped the crew. And that changes everything. Now, behold the new fate you've earned. Now that you've changed everything.
Oh! Huskies! Good doggies. Good doggies.
Back and forth.
There's actually something called freaking light out.
Where's the ship?
We seem to have run aground. Appreciate any kind of help that both you dogs and you people could actually give me.
Grab my hand! Grab my hand! Come on! Come on, grab!
Do it.
No! Come on!
I'm reaching out. Thank you.
I'm the captain of the North Wind nuclear icebreaker. Welcome. You are lucky. The ice is rather thin here. You could have easily gone under. Well, now, no time to lose. Let's head for the ship. We have some rough times ahead. And let us send your wonderful dogs back. Unlike us, they always find their way home.
So yay! We saved them!
Yep, instead of a haunted ghost ship, you actually find a functional ship.
Follow me, cried Danko, and he rushed forward, holding his flaming heart high above his head to light the way. And the people followed him, as if under a spell. And once more the forest began to murmur and wave its treetops in wonder. But its murmur was drowned out by the sound of running feet. The people were running ahead boldly and swiftly, lured on by the wonderful vision of the flaming heart. And even now there were those who perished. But they perished without tears and complaints. And Danko went on ahead of them, his heart flaming brighter and brighter.
So yeah, that was Cryostasis. What do you guys think?
Nice!
It was not only nice, but it was not as terrifying as I had a fear it would be, to be honest.
I don't know, I found it pretty shit and pants and choosing at times.
True, but the power of actually having a means of defending yourself can do miracles.
Oh, don't worry, I'll make sure that's different next time.
So, what will the next time be?
I don't know. I've been thinking about a game I heard called Outlast. Ever heard about it?
I think I have. I don't know what I've heard.
Anyway, I personally really like this game. Sure, it has its flaws and such, but I really feel this game comes from the heart, and there's a really nice attempt at constantly shifting things up and trying different things. Sometimes this results in situations where, you know, it's kind of not really signposted well, so people can easily get confused. But there's a genuine attempt at constantly keeping things fresh with either new enemies or new situations. And that I respect. So I really like this game, even though I admit it has faults.
Yes.
I would have to say, I can sort of see Coco's point. Also, again, it was not one of the cases where you basically just swarmed by hordes of enemies. They actually came at a pretty even pace, so as to not make it, well, not boring and not, you know, high adrenaline pumped all the time. So I would have to say kudos on that one. And a small bit flashbacks where I actually go back to the past and fix some issues. I have to say it is actually a pretty nice gimmick, if you can call it that.
Of course, there's a lot unexplained, but I think that's still how the games work. Like this game works best. But there's a lot of mystery to it still. Yeah. There's enough that you can fill out the blanks, but each person will paint his own picture with those blanks. What do you think?
I think it's really interesting to see what serving aboard a Soviet vessel might have been like. Also, a haunted ship. I don't think you see that very often. I mean, haunted houses, those are far more common.
Yeah. Also, I have to say, I feel pretty good about being in a situation where I made sure that the Northwind was not turned into the modern equivalent of the Flying Dutchman. Again, not the whole thing about divine or religious, but more like, well, we have a freaking nuclear reactor in our deck. Or, again, engine room, so there's that. Also, that thing at the end, that just popped out of nowhere, I was for a moment concerned if that had been the cargo.
Nope, just a symbolic representation of the struggle between changing fate and fate staying the same. I guess, maybe, if you interpret that. But there are many ways to interpret it, and yeah, as I said, I mean, were the zombies ever there? Was it all symbolic? Were everybody dead from the start? What does it all mean? Questions. And you know what? It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Because I think being able to paint your own picture is good. Because there are enough dots that everyone can make their own. Yeah. I don't know if there's really much to say. I don't think I have anything else.
No, me neither.
Not really. Again, the whole thing about actually going around and using light and heat and something like that to actually regenerate your health from, I have to say it's a valid alternative to the two usual, where basically just sit and suck on your thumb to regain some health, or you run around picking up health power-ups or something like that. So it's actually a pretty nice third alternative.
Why do I keep flipping that thing?
Because you keep moving things. But yeah, I think it's actually a pretty nice middle ground, you can call it that, or pretty nice third option.
There's also a very different mechanics about how it usually works.
Also, again, I just want to say again, just how cold it is out here, again, up here at the Arctic. I think it's also very much serves the whole gimmick about, again, heat and warmth.
And I think actually the game holds up very well. It's kind of oldish, but I think graphic-wise and such, it holds up really, really well.
Yeah.
And you do not need fancy graphics to create a good game and actually a good story.
Of course not. I would never claim that.
I mean, take Minecraft, for fuck's sake. The graphics in that game aren't just dated, they're carbon dated. And yet they work.
Well, you have a point on that one.
Yet that game is super great.
Anyway, you're completing the level, by the way, so I have to take a shot more.
Yeah.
Just in that one, how much have you actually managed to drink from those things?
Well, looks like 1.5. Looks like 2.5 bottles, so a bottle at this point.
That's ready for that.
If the other bottle was like about half full, and looks like drunk like half of that one too at this point. So about a bottle.
I mean, some of it missed, but all in all, yeah, I think you're right. 1 bottle
of booze,
and I'm A-okay. I suppose that we should say our goodbyes now.
Yeah.
So this has been Eric Cobra.
Ron and Arjo.
And Warlord 1.
And this has been Let's Play Cryostasis Blind. And thank you for the 700 subscribers. Here's to 800. See you all around, folks.
See you around, folks.
See ya!
Bye. F8.